Hello everybody, welcome to my video fire building. Finally got it. What you see down here is you see my tuna can here, and what you do is you take an empty tuna can. You're gonna haul that with you. They don't weigh hardly anything, and then you're gonna puncture some holes in the bottom of it with your machete or your hand axe. You know, make sure the blade's good and heavy, because you don't want to be breaking your pocket knife, and you're not going to want to be, you know, destroying your equipment. So make sure you get a good heavy blade, and take and puncture holes in the bottom of your tuna can, and then, you know, split some wood, some small branches about yay big around, and kind of like this right here. Take and start splitting them off, and then take the bigger chunks that you split off, get a knife and start shaving that. You take those shavings, you start with the smaller and then go bigger, but you always put the real small fine stuff, and you want to lay that down over the hole of the tuna can. And then once you lay that down over the hole of the tuna can, and you build it up, you build up yourself a pretty good clump. And then as you can see right here, I got a empty can of canned heat, and I put a candle on top of it, and then I'm using my little burner. And then you put that tuna can up on top over the candle flame, and then make sure that the candle flame's right under the hole that you put in the tuna can, and it'll start burning that wood. And then once it starts burning that wood, you start putting a little bigger chunks on there. You'll have to get yourself some gloves, and you carefully pick up that tuna can once the fire gets going good, and then put it in your fire pit. Now, my fire has died out, but I got a fire going pretty dang good here, and so you know, all I got to do is pretty much just blow on it, and it'll get it going again. Just like that. Then you want to make sure that you break off some more small pieces, like so, and put in there. Now if there's snow on the ground and everything and stuff, that's the reason why you want the tuna can, is because you can take and put the tuna can on there. The wood's dry and it's going to stay dry, and you know, because it's not directly sitting on the snow. You know, if you start putting your wood on the snow, it's really hard to get it going, because it starts melting the snow and the wood starts absorbing the snow, the moisture, you know, and now your wood's all wet again. So but finding dry wood, if you know, when it comes to finding dry wood, if you take and a piece of wood like what we got right here, saw it in half with your bow saw, because you should have a bow saw. On the edge here, right here on the edge that you can see, you'll be able to see how far the moisture goes into the wood. Now, it snowed up here, of course, about a week and a half ago, a couple weeks ago, and it snowed real good. But since then, the sun comes back up, and it's been beautiful days and real warm, so it's dried everything back out again. So you really can't see the moisture line in this one here. But in your wet wood, you will be able to see the moisture line. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your machete or your axe, and you're going to want to start splitting that off where you see the moisture, because everything in the middle is going to be dry. And that's how you find your dry wood in the winter. Under 3 feet of snow, you know, 2 feet of snow, whatever, you can find your dry wood. The moisture doesn't absorb all the way through the wood. It only goes in so deep. and you'll be able to see it. And then, like I said, you just split that wet stuff off, and the core should be dry, and that's what you use for your fire. So, with your fire here, just, you know, keep putting smaller pieces on it till it's going really, really good, and then you can start putting your larger logs on it and stuff. So, but anyway, thanks for joining me with this video, and that's the art of fire building. That's the quickest and easiest way. I've done this for years, man. I grew up in a family that does, you know, I grew up in a 2-story, 7-bedroom home with almost a, you know, it's got a half an acre. It's just on a half-acre property. We had horses in the back. We used to own a bunch of property outside Payson. I mean, we were pretty good up, you know, middle-class family, and we spent more time camping than we did at home, you know. It's just the way my family is. They love the outdoors, you know, and I'm just really, really grateful that I grew up, you know, and learned the things I have with this family, you know. So, but anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on my next segment. We'll be going through shelters. So, anyway, thank you.